Hey guys, what is going on and welcome to an episode of Factions, and today we are here on .pixel.net for a storytime video of how I came to the Archon, guys. So a lot of you guys are probably wondering, how did Target come to the Archon? How did he come to YouTube? How did he do all this sort of stuff? Well, I'm not gonna spoil the YouTube because that's a future storytime video, but basically guys, how he came to the Archon, that's this video. I'm doing a video on .pixel.net's prison server. If you guys do want to go check it out, there's a 90% off sale right now, as well as a whole bunch of faction servers. There's like parkour, there's prison. Right now I am on the prison server. There's 150 players on at the moment actually, and it's a pretty cool server already. I'm already on the 4th prison rank up thing, and just been mining away while I've been talking to friends and stuff like that. So you guys should totally go check it out. The IP is in the description, and as well as up here from my mod, from Just PvP mod. So not only that guys, today is a storytime video, and we got a pretty good one for you. It's going to be a little bit lengthy, so sit back, grab some popcorn, freaking grab some candy for all I care, and get ready for this episode of Storytime because it is going to be probably about 15 or so minutes, I would guess. But basically, guys, it all started from boredom. Now, I was a huge fan of Minecraft Skyblock, okay? Like, Skyblock was massive to me. I played it every single day. I literally was one of the best players on Skyblock servers in the past, and like I was all like within weeks I was on like 1,000 or 2,000 levels in. If you guys don't know what that means, basically my island was so big and so amazing that I would just play them over and over again. And I'm going to be making a video in the future of like how I came to Minecraft or how I came to YouTube, and those are things to look out for in the future. But basically guys, it's just kind of weird to think about because I was so obsessed with Skyblock. That's why every so often I bring up another Skyblock series, and yeah, just because I get random interest boosts in it, and I used to play it all the time. But basically, straying off topic, I was bored, guys. I played Skyblock for a couple months straight, and I was just like, you know, I'm really interested in Preston Plays' videos right now, and I love his faction series because I'd gone into it like early or late 2013 is what it was. So, I went over to Preston's server because I wasn't called Cosmic at the time. I don't remember what it was called. Extronus. It was played on extronus.net or something like that. And basically, I played Extronus for a couple weeks, and I wasn't really having fun. It was a cool server, though, but, like, I couldn't buy rank, and it was hard for me to get on because, you know, they had, like, a decent YouTuber fan base at the time. And the server only had, like, 100 player slots. And, yeah, just a little bit, you know, stressful in terms of that. But basically, I wasn't having too much fun, so I ended up looking for other servers, and I was so obsessed with my massive raids at times. So I remember I was just like, you know what, there's a whole bunch of Factions episodes from Preston I haven't watched yet, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to download a whole bunch of videos while I go on a road trip to Arizona, because I had like a software that allowed me to download videos. And basically I downloaded the world's best raids like from Preston Plays, and I accidentally downloaded videos from O-Techers. Now, if you guys don't know who he is, he's got like 150,000 subs. He doesn't really record anymore, but he used to be a major YouTuber for Factions Blue on the Archon. And I was like, okay, I'll check it out. And by the time I got to the Archon, it was probably about a week later because I went on the whole road trip and I forgot my computer charger for my Mac. And I still use the exact same Mac now. It's a MacBook Pro 2012. Very, very bad, I guess. I'm recording in a small screen now, and I have to like shrink down the recording. I have to like crop it down. I can't record full screen or lag too much. I have like 30 gigabytes right now of recording space to get this video done, then my next Factions episode and all that sort of fun stuff. But basically, guys, straying off topic, I joined the Archon, and at the time there's this gigantic EULA sale, because basically the EULA was announced to be back, like back in summer of 2014, and everyone was like freaking out, like, the EULA, no, ranks are gonna be gone, what are we gonna do? And they had a 50% off EULA sale for probably about 2 months, and I came right at the end of that sale, I guess. I guess when the EULA was officially like denied or something like that. And I'm just like, you know what, blue's my favorite color, so I'm gonna join Factions Blue. So I went ahead and I joined Factions Blue, and yeah, like right off the bat, guys, I didn't know anyone. I didn't know Noah Craft, I didn't know Rusher. Like, I know he owned the server, but I actually hadn't really heard of his channel or even visited it until about 6 months later, I'll put it that way. I was the owner of my very first faction. It was called Spicy Leaf, and the only people in that faction was me, my brother, And then some guy named the Butter One. I don't know where he went, but he was like kind of
up.
annoying in a sense. And I'm sorry about that TS poke, guys. But basically, I remember I got TP tricked. I actually had a really good base. All right, guys. Sorry about that interruptment. Interruptment. Whoa, that should be a new word. Wait, maybe that is a word. Interruption. That's what it was. I'm so dumb. Anyways, guys, basically, that was Ben. We're, doing UHG, so, just needed me around. But basically, straying off topic, once again, my very first base is actually awesome. It had about a, it was like a cobble box, and it had, like, lava around it. It was, like, in a cave. I had a radius 2 claim on the base because I didn't really know how to claim, and it was terrible. It wasn't even radius 2. It was 4 claims that I manually claimed. And I remember this guy TP tricked me to get into my base, and I had just gotten 2 zombie spawners up. And I was so mad because they blew up our base, and, like, they overclaimed us, and I was just like, oh, man, really? And he TP tricked me. I was so salty. But basically, guys, that was that. And then my very first faction, after I left that one, basically was MC Pro Akuma was the owner of it. I don't remember what the actual faction name is, but I met a lot of people there that I actually kind of know still today. But most of them have left or quit or gotten banned or whatever it was. So MC Pro Akuma, I haven't seen him in probably about a year and a half. And Velosaurus, he's actually still playing the Archon. It's like Velosaurus or something like that, and I have talked to him recently actually, so that's pretty cool how I've known him the entire time I have played the Archon. And yeah, so it was probably a week after I joined, that I actually started doing YouTube. And I started YouTube before that, of course, but I never started recording it until then. And basically, I don't have the first few episodes up on my channel. I got them down because my friends were looking at it and I was like embarrassed or whatever, so I took them down. Instead of unlisting them, I actually deleted them. I know, stupid. I was like, I'm not gonna want to look at these in the future anyways, and I deleted it. Very stupid of me. But you guys can go find them on my brother's channel actually, which is perfect. And not only that, guys, basically, it's definitely been a long road, but there's a lot of Archon stuff to go over, so I gotta hurry up. And basically, I played Factions Blue for a super long time. If you guys look, I have a ton of Factions Blue episodes all across my channel. But basically, I started using the Archon's forums. I'm like, you know what? I see a staff applications section. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna apply for staff, because why not? And so I applied for staff, and I applied for staff probably once every couple weeks for a few months, and then I got accepted as a helper on November 5th, 2014. And then Ben was accepted September 19th, 2014. So he was September 19th staff. I was November 5th, and that's kind of how we got to know each other, was through the staff team. But I'll get into that in just a second. Basically, guys, by the time December came around, Ben Mascot, he played Cyan, and he was the owner of Aurora, and basically I joined his faction for power, and I actually did play and actually raided with Ben quite a few times, not gonna lie. It was pretty cool, and that's where I originally met him, was back in November of 2014. So we're long-term friends. There's actually a lot of people who think I just randomly came from college and was like, yo, Ben, can I join your faction? And he just randomly accepted me. No, guys, I have known him for an extremely long time. We have a lot of history, and basically that is how I came back just a couple seasons ago. And yeah, I can't believe it's already been a season and a half. No, season and a quarter of a quarter so far. But basically, he got banned from the Bad Lion ban merge, and if anyone was banned on Bad Lion, they were banned on the Archon. So he got banned, and we were like, oh no, and he got demoted and banned from the Archon, and everything was so sad. And he was the owner of Aurora. I don't know who got it from there, but basically it was terrible, and we kind of lost contact for a little while, and he got unbanned over time, I guess. But then Factions Crimson came out, and we still talk kinda ish, often ish, not really, once every couple weeks I would say we'd send a message. And then Factions Crimson came around, and I actually incited Ben, and it was very stupid of me. Basically, Rusher was looking for an inside on Ben, and I incited Ben to get into Team Nudist. Very dumb of me, very stupid, I know. But basically, that was June of 2015. Very, very dumb. And by this time, I was a junior mod. I got promoted to junior mod on the staff team in March. And that was not a really good idea for me to inside. I know it's terrible, it's stupid. I know Ben for a long time. It was not a good idea. And you guys can actually still find it on Rusher's channel. It's just, Not a good call on my part, guys. It was not good. I lost a friend, or at least I thought, and yeah, it just wasn't good. And additionally, guys, over time, Ben and I started messaging each other again. Sorry, I'm not used to commentating this long in like a row, and usually there's more going on. I'm not good at explaining stories, so I'm messing up a lot. I'm sorry, guys. But basically, yeah, we became friends over time again. I did resign from the staff team at the end of July. I got kind of bored, and I was getting inactive, and it was a little bit stressful for like all the players being messaging me, and so I resigned. And that was July of 2015, and it was just like over time, I started messaging back Ben, and you know, we started, you know, just slowly talking again. And what really nailed it was when Factions Gold came out, and I was in Manifest, Ben was in Aurora. I was an enemy faction to Ben. I can't believe all this has happened, and we've somehow come back to good terms. It's kind of really weird. It's really weird. But basically, guys, Aurora versus Manifest is basically like the big thing, and then yeah, Team Nudist was also enemy to Aurora and stuff like that. And they got, you know, I kind of wanted to make it back up to Ben and the entire faction. I felt really bad about it from Crimson just a couple months earlier, and I incited Samosa in Manifest to get back into Aurora and get back on the team. And yeah, that was a good call actually, because our base work was going slow, and I wasn't having too much fun in Manifest or whatever. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna inside. And then I wasn't able to join Aurora because the inside went completely wrong. Like, we lost so much from it, and like, we didn't actually get the actual base and claim. We only got their Bedrock Vault, and it was just a big old mess. But basically, that was enough to be able to earn Aurora's trust back. And what it came to was, by the time I quit at the end of Factions Gold, I quit the Archon. By the time that came around, Ben and I were back to talking every so often again. We were messaging each other a lot more, and you know, things were going, you know, well again. And I quit Factions Gold at the very end of the season because I wasn't having too much fun anymore, and I went over to Cosmic for about 6 months, which is where I went from 2K to 6K subs, if you guys didn't know. And I came back in June. Yeah, came back in June, the very end of June. And basically, guys, you know, we kept talking about it throughout this period, and then by the time I came back to the Archon for Faction Cyanex, Ben and I were already back to fully talking, and he allowed me into his faction. And basically, it's not a... I know a lot of people think I came back because Ben was on YouTube and he's at like the exact same sub mountage as me, and because when I joined, Ben was at like 8K, I think. And basically, it was not a matter of that at all. I've known him for a long time, and we have started to become friends with each other again from the staff team, from me inciting Manifest, and Samosa, all that sort of stuff. And you know, we were back on good terms, and I think you guys mainly know the rest. I continued to play, and I continued to, you know, I guess just to randomly just play and do what I did, and continue to do YouTube. And I mean, it's just crazy. Oh God, sorry. Just crazy. Like, not just Aurora in general, but like my Archon story in like as a whole. On the Archon specifically, I have had like 250 episodes of Factions in total, almost. We're coming around to about 230 right now, I believe. Is this guy hacking? I don't know. No, he's not. Just the way he's mining and stuff is so weird. But basically, yeah, like I've had well over 200 episodes of Factions. I've had like 110 episodes of Blue and Gold combined, and then I had Crimson, and then I had my Cosmic series, and I have my Cyanex series. Now I have this series uploading nearly daily. And it's just so crazy. I'm sorry if this kind of like sounded very, very like clumped up. I'm trying to do this like in quick terms. I actually have to be off in 10 minutes to go to a UHC with Ben for a live stream. You guys did go attend that, by the way. Congratulations. But yeah, basically I came from Otekers. I joined Factions Blue. I went from Factions Blue about a year and a half later to Factions Crimson for about a solid 2 weeks before I quit. Then I went over to Factions... This guy's flying. I was so right. This guy's flying. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you do what you do. I'm gonna drop down. You can, be gone. But basically, guys, I went from factions gold to factions Cyan X, and things are good again. So that's my Archon story, guys. I started YouTube on Cosmic. No. I started YouTube on the Archon, and I'm still going strong on the Archon. And it's been fun, and it's been good. Can you look in these? No, you can't. And I've really enjoyed it. And I still plan to keep going. I still plan to keep fighting and hopefully earning a high spot on the Archon faction Cyan X. So, no, Ruby. And that is about it for the rank up story, guys. Like I told you, 16 minutes long. I hope you guys grabbed your popcorn throughout that, because that was a freaking heck of a journey. And that's my Archon story, guys. It was kind of squabbled, kind of like mixed. I'm sorry about that. But in general, guys, you guys get the gist. That is the Archon. That is how I came to YouTube, kinda. That is how I came to the Archon for sure. And that's kind of how I met Ben, if you guys, wanted to know any of that. And that's also how I came to the staff team. And I did also resign from the staff team just a few days ago because I was not really having fun anymore. So, like, not only that, like, I was becoming inactive. It's a little bit stressful again, and yeah, so I pretty much resigned from that. But now I'm back to a normal player on the Archon. More time for YouTube, more time for whatever else there is. So, guys, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out thatpixel.net. They have a 90% off sale, I believe, going on. If I look at /shop, maybe. Do not quote me on that. But basically, /buy. Ranks. Survival. Alright, guys. Okay, so they have insane sales right now. $60 off when it's $60. Okay, basically, guys, go ahead, check out the server. It is linked down below and off to the side, thatpixel.net. It's got prison, factions, let's see what else they have. No, 80% off spooky sale. Okay, they have skyblock, factions, prison, creative, and survival. So, that's a lot of servers. There's 150 players on right now. Go check it out. And with that, guys, I will see you guys in the next StoryTime episode of how I came to YouTube. Also, a lot of other stories coming, so I will see you guys then. Leave a like if you guys have enjoyed. I love it. I'd really appreciate it. Show you guys the support. Do you guys want another StoryTime video of how I came to YouTube or something like that? Because there actually is a lot of, how I came to YouTube or how I came to Minecraft in general. I left all that out. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you guys have enjoyed. Let's aim for 150 likes. Yeah, let's do it, guys. And I guess I'll see you guys next time.